Coaches, today we're going to talk about Facebook. This is your third success tip in your Rock Your Business. You're on step number 3. So let's talk Facebook. This is kind of the bread and butter of your business. This is where you're going to be able to establish some great relationships, some really great connections. You're going to be able to share your story and invite people to join you. So we've all kind of been there where we have that fear of Facebook. We're afraid about what people are going to think about us, how they're going to respond, are they going to unfriend us? And they're all fears that every single one of us have gone through. But the thing is there's going to be people that may not like you. There's going to be people who might unfriend you, and that's okay. Because the more people who are inspired, there's going to be more of them than there are the haters. Your haters are going to hate. That's just life. But if you're able to inspire just one person, think about if you would rather have that or that other person unfriend you. Which one would you rather have? And that's what matters most. So let's talk about using Facebook for your advantage. I want you to look back over your personal timeline and just kind of see what it says about you. Because hopefully it's saying more than you're just a fitness coach. You're not just throwing Beachbody posts up there continuously throughout the day. Trust me, I've been there, done that. It didn't work out so well for me. So I want you to look back over your timeline and see what it is. Go look at some of our successful coaches that we've talked about and see what their timelines say about them. Also look at the fitness pages and see if you can see things other than just fitness or just Beachbody, and take some notes. I want you to think about that. So here are just a few tips. You want to be posting about 2 to 3 times a day. And I want you, there's some studies that just tell what the best times of day are, but it kind of has to be a gauge on you and your audience. They say that the best time is 11 a.m. For me, that's not the case. For me, it's early morning and late evening. I know for Heather, hers is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it totally depends on your audience. But nonetheless, you want to be consistent about when you're posting, and you want that to be about 2 to 3 times a day. For those posts, you want them to be engaging, inspiring. You want to be asking opinions, have a call to action, and don't be complaining. If you're going to complain, make sure that there's an upswing to that post that kind of gives a little bit moral to the story and it has a positive end to it. These are also in that document that we gave you, your onboarding document, that lists some of these posts too. Another tip is to not share other people's posts or links to your page. If you see a post or a picture that you like, that's great, but make sure that you're not sharing it directly from other coaches, and you also don't want to copy word for word. You have to think about what people have put into their posts and the thoughts that have gone into that, and so to have that kind of taken under your wing, it kind of stinks. So you want to make sure that you are putting in your own spin to any post that you decide to do. So now, what do you post about? Well, you want to think about what interests you, and you want people to follow you. You don't want it to be just about Beachbody. So anytime you post, you need to remember that. You want to think about what each post is saying about you, and you also want to make sure that it's a variety throughout the day. You don't want all 3 posts to be fitness, all 3 to be nutrition, or all 3 just to be about life. You want to spread them out. So one post should be fitness or nutrition each day, obviously, since that's what you're here for. One should kind of be something a little bit personal so that people get to know you and what you're actually about. And don't be afraid to post photos about you working out or you drinking your shake or you doing something. Others can relate and identify with those that are on their journey way more than if they just see like these picturesque pictures of you all dressed up. I can promise. We all love, to see pictures of 6-packs. They're super inspiring, but we also want to make sure that we can relate to people because the fact that we share our story often gives them more opportunity to relate to us. Another tip is make sure that you're not just vomiting Beachbody advertisements and programs all over your page, and don't ever post your link. No one's going to click on that link. Think about some of the other times that you've just seen people throw links up there and they tell you to just go visit their page. Do you ever go? I don't. So again, go back to what we talked about with inviting and establishing relationships. That's what you're doing here on Facebook too. It's okay to do it occasionally, posting about the programs, but to do it daily is way, way too much. You obviously need to mention that what you're doing with Beachbody or your business a couple times a week so that they remember that you are involved and that you are a coach. But please just don't ever say, hey, go check out my website and go buy this product, because they won't do it. You need to get creative, and if you need some ideas, you need to just follow some of the top coaches, see what they say, see how they do it, and then put your own spin on it and make sure that you're making it you and unique to who you are. And a good example of a good post would be, if you just did your max 30 workout or whatever. You know, hey, I just worked out with Shanti. He kicked my butt today, and have a picture of you post workout. It's perfect. You know, people are going to relate to that. Let them know that you may not have killed it, but that you did struggle through it. And also just think about your posts ahead of time. You know, a lot of times I will go in my planner and I have AM, mid, and PM, and I just put in ideas. I may not know the exact post, or I might have run across a picture I really like, and so I schedule that out and I have it in my planner so that I know when I'm going to talk about what. You know, like for me, I always have a Tasty Tuesday and a Wednesday workout. Those are two things that I know my followers can count on. So, you know, just be thinking about something like that and plan ahead. That way it's not always, you know, it doesn't come to 6 a.m. and you're trying to figure out what you need to post about. And if you need ideas, we're always here to reach out. So go ahead, check out your task and your action item for day, and we will see you tomorrow for step number 4.